Let's take you to this matter now, where the Congress of South African Trade Unions, COSATU, is deeply aggrieved that the Unemployment Insurance Fund's online system, uFiling, has been offline for a month, and yet there has been no indication of when it will be functional again. COSATU's Retirement Funds Coordinator, Mahlangu, joins us to expand on this. A very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. Talk to us a little bit about some of your concerns. Mr. Mahlangu, can you please unmute yourself as you just expand on some of the pressing concerns you have with the system being offline?
Good evening, and thank you for inviting us. Some of our concerns, or in the main, is the fact that the e-filing system has been off since the end of last month. It's now the new month, is October. It's still the very same situation. And users are being told that it's down because of reasons that have to do with upgrading and whatever other reasons. But the fact of the matter is that, one, there's no communication with the public, particularly employers who would want to use the e-filing system as part of, their compliance. And to the extent that we are told that there are extended hours, including Saturday, what does that mean if those very same systems, will be dysfunctional? So it is a serious problem. And this, by the way, is not only the beginning of the problem.
Yeah.
We have been here for a very long time.
So as this system has inconvenienced, workers in their thousands or perhaps hundreds of thousands, what are the reasons that you've learnt of as a result of this system not functioning to its full capacity?
One of the reasons, we are told that there was a contractor. The term of that contractor came to an end, and a new contractor was appointed. The original contractor took UIF to court, and the new contract was set aside. And some information or documents were requested by the original contractor to the extent that, their contract came to an end. What that means, we don't know. Whether they were suspecting something, we are not sure. Whether those documents, as part of the outcome of the North Gauteng High Court, were provided, we are not sure. But what we're interested in is for a system that is functional, that will make sure that it delivers to employers and employees.
And in terms of the personal accounts of having to wait in queues and have to be inconvenienced because of the system not functioning to its full capacity, what sentiments have workers expressed?
It is very frustrating for a worker to get into a taxi, arrive at the Labour Centre office around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and to be told when he or she is about to be assisted in the afternoon that, oh, by the way, we are now offline. Come back tomorrow or any other day. It really shows how insensitive, some of us are in the system. And one feels for employees of the system, because if you are given tools of trade which are dysfunctional, you are as frustrated as those you are trying to serve. But what is disturbing then to those who are applying, it means they must go back, go get and borrow some monies from some of their family members, come back to the very system. It just shows how inconsiderate the system, and in particular, the executive committee of UI is.
I understand that the Minister of Employment and Labour has intervened on some aspects in this matter, having allegedly suspended the UIF commissioner. But of course, the call for greater action is the one that comes from you. What would you like to see happen from this point onwards? And what sort of action are you taking to ensure that this system starts working again?
One, we have heard that the suspension was around the allegations of the 5 billion, etc.
Yeah.
We have not, gone through those documents, or they were not shared with us insofar as the suspension is concerned. But what we were not told, or we have not heard, is all other allegations that were made against, UI. You'll recall that UIF has been in the news for many wrong reasons, in the past. I think the public is aware at some point that, a group of individuals were spending a week, Monday to Sunday, on projects which have nothing to do with the crisis that is facing UIF. What have we done? We have, out of our own way, written an email to the acting, commissioner and said, can we sit down and see how we can assist with the system? One colleague of mine said, well, try, but you are not going to get any response. I'm disappointed because, I did not believe what my colleague was telling me. I can tell right now that acting commissioner have not bothered to acknowledge receipt of our email, leave alone to say, can we meet and can you assist us? What other suggestions do you have? That shows the kind of executive that we have at UI. And I think the call by COSATU previously, that the president must put UI under administration, becomes relevant every day, is proven correct every day, because the system, it just doesn't assist workers. It just doesn't change for the better. We've been told about modernization. We've been told about unbundling. We do not know when exactly will that happen. But as and when that is going to happen, at the end of the day, the contributors, workers, employers continues to be affected by this dysfunctional system.
Yeah, very well. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for, but thank you so much for expressing that and speaking to us this evening. COSATU Retirement Funds Coordinator Mahlangu, they're speaking about COSATU being deeply aggrieved that the UIF online system uFiling has been offline for a month, and that's deeply affecting workers.